With an ace 3, 4, 5 showing, he could have declared low and easily gone home with half the pot. But he went for the high and the low, the whole enchilada. Sadly for Dominguez, the only enchilada he'll be getting tonight is the cold one left in the fridge by his lovely wife, Marisol. "You know even less about women than you do about poker," Tony said. "Marisol hasn't cooked in 10 years, and about the only cold thing she's got waiting for me tonight is her shoulder." "Oh," Terry groaned. A big sigh of disappointment from the crowd here at Augusta as they find out that their Latin hero is as unlucky at love as he is at cards. "Come on, Tony, make up your mind," Charlie Knowles said. "I've got burglars to catch." "And Lomax and I have homicides to solve," Terry said. "And Drabyak has prostitutes to frisk and pimps to shake down. If you fold, you can still go home with your last few bucks and what's left of your dignity." Dominguez had 2 pairs showing, jacks and deuces. The third deuce had already popped up and was in Reggie Drabyak's discarded hand. There was only one card in the deck that would win the game for my trash-talking partner, and Tony Dominguez shoved his last remaining chips into the pot to see if Terry actually had it. "Call." Terry put his thumb under his hole card. "And the green jacket at this year's thrilling Masters tournament here in Augusta, Georgia, goes to—" He flipped over the deuce of spades. "Detective Terry Biggs, LAPD homicide." The crowd goes wild, and his caddy, Detective Mike Lomax, is the first to run out onto the green and congratulate him. "Your caddy," Tony said, shoving his losing hand to the middle of the table. "Is that what you call him now that the two of you are shacking up together? Let me apologize to the audience for that display of poor sportsmanship," Terry said, still broadcasting into his beer bottle. "That remark was highly inappropriate and totally inaccurate. Mike Lomax and Terry Biggs are not caddy-shacking. Mike and the future Mrs. Lomax are waiting for their new house to be renovated. They're living with Terry and Marilyn Biggs on a temporary basis." "First of all," I said, "Diana is not the future Mrs. Anything. She's Ms. Trentinella. And this little experiment of buying a house and co-signing a mortgage is the first of many steps we are taking before we even talk about getting married. Second of all, from what Marilyn tells me, she's also living with you on a temporary basis." Terry shoveled the pile of chips toward him. "And when I return from the poker wars with this handsome haul, she'll stick around yet another night." "Reg, you need help battening down the hatches?" Charlie said. "Nah, I'm gonna sleep on the boat," Drabyak said. "Jo's working a wedding tonight, so she won't be home till late. She took my truck, so I'll go home in the morning and switch vehicles." Tony and I helped clean up while Charlie counted the chips. "And the big wiener of the evening is Biggs," he said. $62. "So then the big whiner of the night must be Touchdown," Terry said. "Nice game, TD. Better luck next time." Dominguez gave him a one-finger salute. "I sense anger issues," Terry said. "You really need to see that expensive shrink of yours more often." Tony Dominguez had grown up poor and fatherless on the predominantly Mexican streets of East L.A. His mother, Luce, spent her whole life cleaning other people's houses. When Tony was 10, she started working for Ford Jameson, psychiatrist to the rich and famous. Jameson took to Tony from the get-go and provided the positive male role model that had long been missing. The good doctor had been generous, buying Tony a used car when he needed wheels, helping him through college, and always available for therapy sessions at 100% off his outrageous hourly rate. "Hey, baby," Tony said, "if anyone needs his head examined, it's you." "I've only got $62, Terry said, waving his winnings at Tony. "I don't think I could afford your guy." "Do any of you fellas want to spend the night on the boat with me?" Reggie said. "Biggs has Lomax, and I'm feeling kind of jealous." "If I can't have Mike, I don't want any of you," Charlie said. "Why don't you stay here by yourself, Reg?"